If you're still thinking about Skyrim after all these years, you're not alone. Bethesda's legendary RPG has kept players hooked for over a decade with its massive open world, deep role-playing mechanics, and endless freedom to explore. Whether you spent hours hunting dragons, joining the Dark Brotherhood, or just shouting people off cliffs, Skyrim's magic is something few games can match. But what if you're looking for something new? What if you want another epic adventure that scratches that same itch? Well, you're in luck. There are games out there that deliver the same sense of exploration, discovery, and unforgettable quests. Some focus on rich storytelling, others on deep RPG mechanics, and a few even push the boundaries of open-world design beyond what Skyrim achieved. So whether you're craving a brutal fantasy world, an expansive RPG with player choice, or just a massive world to get lost in, this list has you covered. These are 10 incredible games that every Skyrim fan needs to play. And don't worry, no cheap imitations here. These are real, beloved RPGs that stand on their own while giving you that same epic feeling Skyrim delivered. Let's dive in. If you love Skyrim but wish you could explore even more of Tamriel, then The Elder Scrolls Online is the perfect game to dive into. Unlike Skyrim's single-player experience, this game lets you roam the world freely with thousands of other players. But if you prefer a solo adventure, don't worry. The game still delivers an incredible RPG experience without requiring you to team up with others. The game's world is absolutely massive, covering not just Skyrim, but also Morrowind, Cyrodiil, Elsewhere, and even the Somerset Isles. This means you can explore lands that were only mentioned in past Elder Scrolls games. Every province is beautifully crafted, packed with quests, dungeons, and lore that expand on Tamriel's rich history. The main storyline is filled with fully voiced dialogue, dramatic cutscenes, and choices that shape your journey, something Skyrim fans will appreciate. The combat system is more action-oriented, with real-time blocking, dodging, and special abilities that make every encounter feel more dynamic. Players can fully customize their builds, creating a stealthy assassin, a powerful mage, or a heavily armored warrior. The amount of freedom in character progression and skill choices is one of the biggest reasons Skyrim fans will love it. Beyond the main quests, there are expansions introducing new storylines, guilds, and legendary locations. Whether you want to join the Dark Brotherhood, steal from the Thieves Guild, or wage war in large-scale PvP battles, there is always something to do. With constant updates and new expansions, the world never stops growing, making it one of the best ways to continue your Elder Scrolls adventure long after Skyrim. If you ever wanted to see Tamriel truly come to life, this is the game to play. If you're craving another epic first-person RPG in the vein of Skyrim, then Avowed should be at the top of your radar. Developed by Obsidian Entertainment, the same studio behind Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds, Avowed is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious RPGs of the decade. It's set in Eora, the rich fantasy world from Pillars of Eternity, but this time, it's bringing a fully immersive first-person RPG experience similar to Skyrim. From what we've seen, Avowed features deep character customization, open-ended quests, and multiple playstyles, allowing you to be a sword-wielding warrior, a stealthy rogue, or a powerful spellcaster. The game's magic system looks particularly impressive, with gestural spellcasting and unique abilities that set it apart from traditional RPGs. The combat also appears to be faster and more fluid than Skyrim's, making every encounter feel more dynamic and intense. One of the biggest selling points of Avowed is Obsidian's signature storytelling. If you've played Fallout New Vegas, you already know how well they handle player choices, branching narratives, and deep world building. Unlike many modern RPGs, Avowed is expected to have meaningful consequences based on your actions, ensuring that no two playthroughs will be exactly the same. The world itself is described as dense and handcrafted, rather than overwhelmingly massive, meaning quality over quantity. This could be a great change from many modern open-world games that prioritize size over depth. While Avowed is still an upcoming title, everything shown so far suggests it could be a true spiritual successor to Skyrim, delivering a rich fantasy world, engaging combat, and deep RPG mechanics that fans of the Elder Scrolls series will love. Keep an eye on this one. It could be something truly special. If you love Skyrim's vast open world, rich lore, and deep RPG mechanics, then Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an absolute must-play. While it may not be a traditional fantasy RPG, Valhalla delivers a massive open world, meaningful choices, and brutal combat, all wrapped in a Norse mythology-infused adventure. You play as Eivor, a Viking warrior leading their people on a journey to establish a new home in England. Like Skyrim, exploration is a key part of the experience. You'll travel through lush forests, snowy mountains, and ancient ruins, uncovering secrets, hunting legendary beasts, and engaging in massive battles. The world is stunningly detailed, with a dynamic weather system and realistic day-night cycles that make every journey feel immersive. Valhalla also takes RPG elements to the next level with deep skill trees, weapon upgrades, and choices that impact the story. Dialogue options let you forge alliances, betray enemies, or decide the fate of entire kingdoms. If you enjoyed the freedom of choice in Skyrim, you'll appreciate how your actions shape the world of Valhalla. Combat is brutal and satisfying, with an emphasis on dual-wielding weapons, powerful finishers, and raids on enemy settlements. The game also leans into mythology, featuring encounters with legendary creatures, hidden realms, and visions of Norse gods. While it may not have dragons like Skyrim, it perfectly captures that feeling of an epic, world-shaping journey. Beyond combat, Valhalla has deep customization, allowing you to build and expand your settlement, decorate longhouses, and even engage in Viking rap battles known as flighting. Whether you're a fan of Skyrim's open-ended world or its rich storytelling, Valhalla delivers an engaging RPG experience that feels like the perfect historical counterpart to the Elder Scrolls. If you love Skyrim's sense of adventure, open-world exploration, and deep lore, then Horizon Zero Dawn is a game you absolutely need to play. While it trades in fantasy magic for sci-fi mystery, it delivers an epic journey, a massive open world, and an incredible story filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. You play as Aloy, a skilled hunter in a world overrun by massive robotic creatures. Much like Skyrim, exploration is a huge part of the experience. From dense forests and snowy peaks to vast deserts and ancient ruins, every part of the world feels alive and full of history. Instead of dragons and bandits, you'll be fighting giant mechanical beasts, each with unique weaknesses and attack patterns that make every battle feel strategic. Horizon Zero Dawn's storytelling is as rich as Skyrim's, unraveling a deep mystery about the fall of humanity and the rise of machines. The game offers tons of side quests, hidden locations, and engaging NPCs, making the world feel fully realized and immersive. Combat is where Horizon truly shines. Like a stealth archer build in Skyrim, Aloy relies on precision, planning, and ranged attacks. Her bow, tripwires, and explosive traps make every encounter feel like a tactical puzzle. You'll also craft ammo, upgrade weapons, and modify armor, giving you plenty of customization options to fit your playstyle. If you loved Skyrim's massive world, deep lore, and rewarding exploration, Horizon Zero Dawn offers a fresh, sci-fi take on those same elements. And with its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, expanding the world even further, there's never been a better time to jump into one of the best open-world RPGs of the last decade. If you love Skyrim's epic fantasy setting, deep role-playing elements, and player-driven choices, then Dragon Age Inquisition is a game you can't afford to miss. Developed by BioWare, this massive RPG puts you in control of the Inquisitor, a powerful leader tasked with closing demonic rifts and uniting a divided world against an ancient threat. Much like Skyrim, exploration is a huge part of the experience. The world of Thedas is sprawling, with diverse environments, from snowy peaks and lush forests to war-torn battlefields and ancient ruins. Each area is filled with secrets, side quests, and hidden lore, making exploration rewarding and immersive. Character customization is deep, allowing you to choose between different races, classes, and abilities. Whether you prefer brutal melee combat, powerful magic, or stealthy ranged attacks, Inquisition gives you the freedom to build your perfect hero. Plus, your decisions truly shape the world, affecting alliances, battles, and even the fate of entire kingdoms. The game also features an incredible cast of companions, each with their own stories, personalities, and romance options. Just like Skyrim's followers, these characters can fight alongside you, offering unique abilities and insights into the world around you. Combat is strategic yet action-packed. You can fight in real time or pause the game to issue tactical commands, making it perfect for both casual players and hardcore strategists. And with tons of gear, weapons, and abilities to customize, no two playthroughs feel the same. If you're looking for a massive RPG with deep storytelling, meaningful choices, and an unforgettable adventure, Dragon Age Inquisition is one of the best games to play if you love Skyrim. If you love Skyrim's vast world, deep lore, and rewarding combat, but want something darker and more challenging, then Dark Souls 3 is a game you need to experience. Developed by From Software, this action RPG is known for its punishing difficulty, intricate world design, and incredibly rewarding gameplay. Unlike Skyrim's open-ended exploration, Dark Souls 3 features a more interconnected world, where every shortcut, hidden path, and secret doorway adds layers of discovery and mystery. The world of Lothric is filled with Gothic castles, cursed ruins, and eerie landscapes, all dripping with atmosphere and lore. Every location feels carefully crafted, making exploration both dangerous and rewarding. Combat in Dark Souls 3 is much more precise and skill-based than Skyrim. Every dodge, block, and attack matters, forcing you to master enemy patterns and react quickly. Unlike Skyrim's often floaty melee combat, Dark Souls 3 gives you weighty, impactful weapons, each with unique movesets that can drastically change your playstyle. Whether you prefer greatswords, magic, or fast dual-wielding weapons, every fight feels intense and strategic. Like Skyrim, the game is filled with mystery and lore, but Dark Souls doesn't spoon-feed you its story. Instead, you'll uncover its secrets through environmental storytelling, cryptic NPC dialogue, and item descriptions. This makes unraveling the tragic history of Lothric feel like solving a massive puzzle. While Dark Souls 3 doesn't offer the same level of character customization and freedom as Skyrim, it makes up for it with tight gameplay, unforgettable boss fights, and one of the most rewarding RPG experiences ever made. If you're up for a brutal but fair challenge and love dark fantasy worlds steeped in mystery, then Dark Souls 3 is a must-play. If you love Skyrim's immersive world and role-playing depth, but crave a more realistic and historically grounded experience, then Kingdom Come: Deliverance is a game you need to play. Developed by Warhorse Studios, this open-world RPG ditches the dragons and magic in favor of a gritty, historically accurate medieval setting that makes you feel like you've stepped into 15th century Bohemia. Unlike Skyrim, where you start as the Dragonborn, a legendary hero, Kingdom Come puts you in the shoes of Henry, the son of a blacksmith, who has no special powers, no combat training, and no destiny calling him. Just a desperate need for revenge after his village is burned to the ground. This grounded storytelling makes Henry's growth feel more personal and rewarding, as every skill and ability must be earned through practice rather than assigned through a leveling system. Combat in Kingdom Come is one of the most realistic melee systems in gaming. Instead of Skyrim's hack-and-slash approach, you'll have to master directional attacks, counter enemy moves, and manage stamina carefully. The game's armor system is layered, meaning what you wear actually affects your protection and movement. Fights aren't just about swinging a sword, they require strategy, precision, and patience. Exploration in Kingdom Come is stunningly immersive, with dense forests, bustling villages, and detailed medieval castles that feel alive with history. Instead of fantasy creatures, you'll encounter realistic medieval conflicts, political intrigue, and survival challenges. You even need to eat, sleep, and maintain your weapons, adding a layer of realism that makes every action feel meaningful. For players who love Skyrim's deep role-playing, but want a more grounded, realistic take on medieval life, Kingdom Come: Deliverance is an unforgettable experience. If you love Skyrim's vast open world and dynamic combat, then Dragon's Dogma 2 is a game that should be at the top of your list. Developed by Capcom, this highly anticipated sequel builds on the cult classic reputation of the original, offering deep RPG mechanics, intense action-based combat, and an expansive fantasy world filled with monsters, secrets, and adventure. What sets Dragon's Dogma 2 apart is its unique pawn system. Instead of traditional AI companions, you can recruit and customize pawns, NPC allies that learn from battles, explore the world, and assist you in combat. These pawns are shared online, meaning you can borrow other players' trained companions, adding a community-driven aspect to the experience. Combat in Dragon's Dogma 2 is where the game truly shines. Unlike Skyrim's basic sword swings and spellcasting, Dragon's Dogma 2 offers fast-paced fluid battles where you can climb massive creatures, target weak points, and unleash devastating class-based abilities. Whether you play as a mystic warrior casting spells, a rogue striking from the shadows, or a brute force fighter wielding massive weapons, the combat feels incredibly satisfying. The open world of Dragon's Dogma 2 is massive and reactive, with a day-night cycle, changing weather, and unpredictable encounters. Unlike Skyrim, where enemies level with you, Dragon's Dogma 2 features a true sense of danger, where venturing too far too soon can lead to brutal encounters with powerful foes. For those who love Skyrim's open-ended exploration but want more engaging combat, deeper class systems, and a world that feels truly alive, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a must-play. Whether you're battling towering cyclops, exploring ancient ruins, or commanding your pawn allies in battle, this game delivers an unforgettable RPG experience. If you loved Skyrim's vast open world and sense of discovery, then in at number 2 we have Elden Ring. This is an absolute must-play. Developed by From Software, this open-world action RPG takes the challenging combat and deep lore of the Dark Souls series and expands it into a massive, mysterious world known as the Lands Between. One of the biggest draws of Elden Ring is its freedom. Much like Skyrim, you're given total control over where to go, who to fight, and how to build your character. There are no quest markers holding your hand. You're left to explore, uncover secrets, and piece together the world's rich history through environmental storytelling. Combat is where Elden Ring truly sets itself apart. While Skyrim's combat can feel floaty and simplistic, Elden Ring offers deep, rewarding battles with precise dodging, strategic spellcasting, and brutally tough enemies. Every encounter feels intense, and every victory feels earned. If you enjoy Skyrim's magic and melee hybrid builds, Elden Ring's extensive class customization and powerful sorceries will make you feel unstoppable. The game also features one of the most breathtaking open worlds ever created. From towering castles and ruined cities to forests shrouded in mystery, every corner of the Lands Between holds hidden dungeons, fearsome bosses, and legendary weapons. Unlike Skyrim, where enemy difficulty scales with you, Elden Ring forces you to adapt. Some areas will be too difficult early on, pushing you to train, explore, and grow stronger before returning for revenge. For players who love the thrill of discovery, immersive lore, and epic battles, Elden Ring is one of the greatest RPGs ever made. If you want a world as deep as Skyrim, but with combat that will push your skills to the limit, this is the game for you. If there's one game that can truly match Skyrim's legendary status, then in at the number 1 spot is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yes, I know this gets mentioned a lot, but this game really is that good. This open-world masterpiece from CD Projekt Red is one of the most immersive, well-written, and content-rich RPGs ever created. If you loved Skyrim's deep world-building, endless quests, and player freedom, then you'll be hooked on Geralt of Rivia's adventure. Unlike Skyrim's silent protagonist, The Witcher 3 gives you Geralt, a fully voiced, morally complex monster hunter. But don't let that fool you into thinking this is a linear story. Your choices actually shape the world in ways Skyrim never could. From political intrigue and deep character relationships to life-or-death consequences, The Witcher 3 delivers some of the best storytelling in gaming history. The world of the continent is dense with life, history, and danger. Every village, ruin, and forest holds stories waiting to be uncovered, from haunting monster contracts to unexpectedly deep side quests that rival full RPG campaigns. While Skyrim gives you a vast fantasy sandbox, The Witcher 3 brings a richly detailed world with incredible writing, emotional depth, and stunning visuals. Combat-wise, The Witcher 3 is a step up from Skyrim's basic swordplay. With fluid dodging, precise sword strikes, and alchemy-based tactics, every fight against bandits, monsters, and massive creatures feels engaging and rewarding. And if you enjoyed Skyrim's magic, The Witcher 3's sign system gives you a unique way to cast fire, traps, shields, and mind control spells in battle. With 2 massive expansions, countless hours of exploration, and one of the best stories in RPG history, The Witcher 3 is the ultimate open-world experience. If you want a game that rivals and even surpasses Skyrim in storytelling, immersion, and world-building, then this is the perfect adventure for you. And so there you have it, 10 incredible RPGs that will fill the void Skyrim left behind. Whether you're looking for deep role-playing mechanics, vast open worlds, or unforgettable quests, these games will scratch that same itch and maybe even take your love for RPGs to the next level. From the brutal, unforgiving lands of Elden Ring to the richly detailed world of The Witcher 3, each of these titles offers something unique, yet all capture that same sense of freedom, adventure, and discovery that made Skyrim a legend. Of course, no game truly replaces Skyrim, but that's what makes these experiences so special. They don't just copy Bethesda's formula. they take it and evolve it in new and exciting ways. Whether it's Dragon's Dogma 2's deep combat system, Kingdom Come Deliverance's historical realism, or Avowed's upcoming take on open-world magic, there's something here for every Skyrim fan. Which of these games have you played? And which ones do you think deserve a spot on this list? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's plenty more RPG content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.